We live in a world that is deeply obsessed with youth. Every single year, global consumers pour billions of dollars into skincare, trendy supplements, and experimental therapies, all chasing the illusion of immortality. We are desperately trying to pause the clock and outrun time. But modern longevity medicine is forcing us to face a beautiful yet complex reality. Humanity is winning the fight to live longer. According to the World Health Organization, by the year 2050, the global population over the age of 60 will double to a staggering 2 billion people. But here is the multi-billion-dollar question we must ask ourselves. Are we actually living better, or are we just staying alive longer? What good is a long lifespan if it is bound to a wheelchair? What is the true value of longevity if it is defined by chronic joint pain, neurological decline, and a fading grip on your physical independence? This year, the United Nations and the Ministry of Ayush have announced the official theme for the 12th International Day of Yoga 2026. Yoga for Healthy Aging, with major celebrations taking place across the world, from the United Nations headquarters in New York to large-scale gatherings throughout India. The global conversation is undergoing a significant shift. This is no longer simply a symbolic cultural celebration. It is increasingly becoming part of a broader discussion about preventive healthcare, quality of life, and healthy aging. Today, we're going beyond the slogans. We're going to explore what modern research says about yoga's role in brain health, mobility, stress management, and maintaining independence as we age. Because the most important investment you will ever make is not in your bank account. It is in the future version of yourself. Let's first isolate the brain. In the digital economy and healthcare industry, cognitive longevity has become one of the most valuable areas of research. Why? Because one of the most feared aspects of aging is not physical decline. It is cognitive decline. Memory loss, reduced concentration, difficulty learning new information, and the gradual loss of mental sharpness. For decades, scientists believed many aspects of brain aging were largely unavoidable. Today, that understanding is evolving. Researchers increasingly recognize that lifestyle factors such as movement, stress management, sleep quality, and mindfulness may play an important role in supporting long-term cognitive health. This is where yoga becomes particularly interesting. One of yoga's most studied practices is pranayama, or controlled breathing. When you engage in slow, deliberate diaphragmatic breathing, you are doing much more than simply relaxing. You activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural recovery system. This helps regulate stress responses, supports emotional well-being, and encourages physiological balance. Why does this matter? Because chronic stress influences nearly every system in the body. Poor sleep, elevated cortisol, cardiovascular strain, mental fatigue, and reduced overall well-being. Every time you consciously slow your breathing, you are creating conditions that support healthier aging. You aren't simply calming your mind. You are investing in one of your most valuable assets, your brain. As the legendary yoga master BKS Iyengar beautifully stated, yoga cultivates the ways of maintaining a balanced attitude in day-to-day life and endows skill in the performance of one's actions. Now let us pivot to the physical body. The single greatest threat to an aging adult's independence is not necessarily a lack of stamina. It is loss of mobility, loss of balance, and the increased risk of falls. The World Health Organization has repeatedly identified physical inactivity as a major risk factor for poor health outcomes worldwide. As we age, maintaining movement becomes increasingly important. When an individual steps onto a yoga mat and stands in Tadasana, or mountain pose, they are engaging a complex network of muscles and balance systems. When they move into Trikonasana, or triangle pose, they challenge flexibility, stability, and body awareness simultaneously. These movements stimulate proprioception, the body's ability to sense position and movement. Strong proprioception supports balance. Strong balance supports independence. And independence is one of the greatest predictors of quality of life in older adulthood. Yoga also offers something many people desperately need: accessible movement. Millions of adults avoid exercise because they believe they are too stiff, too old, too inexperienced, or too fragile. Yoga provides a low-impact alternative. Through controlled movement and gradual progression, practitioners can improve flexibility, mobility, and confidence without excessive strain. The goal isn't becoming extraordinarily flexible. The goal is maintaining the ability to move freely throughout daily life, to bend, to reach, to climb stairs, to travel, to play with grandchildren, and to continue living independently for as long as possible. Another challenge that accelerates aging is chronic stress. Modern life keeps many people in a near constant state of mental stimulation. Emails, deadlines, notifications, financial pressures, family responsibilities. The body was never designed to remain under continuous stress. Yet for millions of people, stress has become the default setting. Yoga provides a structured opportunity to interrupt that cycle. Through mindful movement, breath awareness, and focused attention, practitioners create space for recovery. Better recovery often leads to better sleep. Better sleep supports physical restoration, and physical restoration supports healthy aging. This is one reason yoga is increasingly practiced not only by retirees, but also by professionals, executives, healthcare workers, entrepreneurs, and athletes. It is not merely a fitness practice, it is a recovery practice. Because of these far-reaching benefits, yoga is increasingly being recognized as a practical tool within preventive health and wellness strategies. The goal is no longer to practice yoga once a year on International Yoga Day. The goal is to integrate it into daily life. If you would like to participate in this global movement, several initiatives make getting started easier than ever. The Yoga Sangam platform allows individuals, schools, workplaces, and community organizations to participate in coordinated Yoga Day activities. Educational resources, guided sessions, and beginner-friendly learning materials continue to expand through government and wellness platforms. The message is simple. You do not need expensive equipment. You do not need years of experience. You do not need exceptional flexibility. You only need a willingness to begin, because every expert was once a beginner. And every healthy habit starts with a single step, or perhaps a single breath. Healthy aging is not about avoiding the passage of time. It is about improving the quality of the years we have. Whether you are currently in your 20s building a foundation for the future, in your 40s balancing work and family responsibilities, or in your 70s striving to maintain mobility and independence, the principles remain the same. Move regularly, manage stress, sleep well, stay mentally engaged, and invest consistently in your future self. To the younger generation watching, do not wait until health becomes a problem before making health a priority. The habits you build today become the reality you experience tomorrow. And to older viewers, your best years are not defined by your age. They are defined by your willingness to remain active, engaged, curious, and connected to life. Your families need your wisdom, your communities need your experience, and the world benefits from your continued presence. One day, every single one of us will grow older. That part is inevitable. But how we experience those years is influenced by the choices we make today. The goal is not merely to extend lifespan. The goal is to extend health span, to remain mentally sharp, physically capable, emotionally resilient, and fully engaged with life. That is the true meaning of healthy aging. And that is why the world is celebrating the 12th International Day of Yoga 2026 under the theme, Yoga for Healthy Aging. If you found value in this science-backed exploration of longevity and wellness, please hit the like button, subscribe for more evidence-based health content, and share this video with someone you care about. And tell us in the comments, what is one habit you're starting today to improve your future health span? Thank you deeply for your time and attention. Namaskar.